Hey, so as everyone knows, I suffer from borderline personality disorder. I go on about it all the time. I just wanted to give a bit more insight into how it affects me and what it. Um, when I say suffer from borderline personality disorder, I don't think that's the right word because it's something that I live with, but I inflict it on other people. So, like, I can be um, because I have a fear of like abandonment, and that's not just with just girlfriends and partners and people in my family. It's with my friends as well. So like I'll do and say things that I don't necessarily mean to get people to like me, um, because I'm so terrified of abandonment that I need everyone to love me. Um, and with ex partners and things like that, I've manipulated them and controlled them, um, some of them more than others, to get them to stay with me, um, and it's quite upsetting to admit that I know I've got this problem, um, but I know I need to do it because if not, I'm never going to have a healthy relationship ever in my life. So if I feel like if I get it all out there and tell people, then they can sort of react to it how a normal person would and tell me when I'm acting up, um, and sort of put me in my place. So I learn to control it a bit more. With another part of this borderline personality disorder is I feel emotions really quickly. So like I'll fall in love super quick, and make things really rushed and exciting, and I want other people to experience that. So when I get into a relationship, I'm in love in the first week. It doesn't take long at all, and then my emotions are erratic because they're just up or down. And then I'm worried that they're going to leave me, so I'll act up. And I suppose the same goes for my friends. Um, I just struggle to have any form of relationship now because I know that I'm going to ruin it. So it's just getting a gauge on how my emotions should be and how I should regulate things. Like, when I dislike something, do I really dislike it as much as I think I do, or is it my illness pushing forward this hatred that I have for it? Because that's what I'm used to. Because that's how my emotions work. They're either up or down, and they're very extreme. Um, Same goes for if I love something, like even just down to like a TV show. Do I love it as much as is it as good as I think it is, or am I just making that up in my head because of my illness? It's just making me question everything, including the narcissism, because I know that I can be very controlling. Like this, making this video now, do I really want to get better, or am I just saying, look, I'm admitting that I'm a narcissist, so you can trust me because I'm being honest, so that maybe I can manipulate people later on. But I know that's not the case, but it's making me think that. And I've been watching videos and reading stuff about borderline personality disorder, and we can be very controlling, and it's quite scary knowing that it's scary knowing that I've I've pushed these relationships so much that I've broken people and I've hurt people, um, and it's coming to the realization that they're not going to forgive me, and that's fine. They I understand because I've done some horrible things. But now I'm here and I'm trying to make things right. I know I'll never make everything right, but I'm trying to make things better at least. I think by talking about it and admitting that I've got this problem, then hopefully, it's like a massive step forward in getting better. Um, but I mean, it doesn't affect everything. Like it's not constant because I know I do have empathy. I do care about people. I do love, like my little boy. I mean, since he's come along, I've not completely changed, but I've got so much better. Like I'm not, I don't, I don't hate myself as much. I respect other people's boundaries a lot more. I don't try and force relationships with anyone anymore. And you know, that does show me that I'm not as bad as I think I am. Maybe I'm just saying that. I don't know. What else was I going to say? I should have written all this down, really. Um, it's just coming to like a harsh reality of not. I mean, it's not even a harsh reality. It's just I need to know that I've got abandonment issues, but I need to realise that not everyone wants to be my friend, and not everyone wants to be. Not every girl I meet wants to be my partner. Not that I think that anyway. But I mean, not every. If I date a girl, she's not necessarily going to want to be my partner, and that's fine. I don't have to have a relationship with every single person I meet. It's fine. Clearly, it wasn't meant to be. Just let it slide. And I'm just struggling to get my head around why I haven't thought like that my whole life, because it's so much more relaxing, and I'm not worried about people abandoning me, because I'm sort of getting to that point where I understand like completely, and I'm fine with that. And if these relationships with my friends or with girls are meant to be, then it'll happen, whether they be friends or partners or whatever. But I need to stop forcing things and stop being in control. Yeah, and I suppose with all this, like the erratic emotions and everything that came with the drug problem, and then because I had a drug problem, I blamed all my problems on that. Like when I was into cocaine, like everyone else was a dickhead, and like I just had a cocaine problem, and they just didn't understand. And it's like, no, I was acting up because of my illness, and I was being erratic and narcissistic and quite nasty because of my illness. The cocaine had nothing to do with it. Obviously, it does have a little bit to do with it. It's makes you very arrogant, and quite nasty. So I suppose it just exaggerated everything. But yeah, I just thought I'd make this little video, just to sort of help people understand why I've been acting up and where I am now, and hopefully this will help people notice when I'm acting up and sort of put me in my place. And if my emotions are getting a bit too erratic, they can say, look, just chill out, just have a think about it, don't act on it. Yeah, and it's like trying to not force relationships. So that's why I'm doing all this. I'm starting therapy in the next 4 or 5 weeks, I believe. And I think I've got like a major step ahead of what I would have now that I've realised that I have this problem, and that I really do want help with it. So I'm looking forward to starting the treatment, really. But I hope this gives everyone like a little bit more insight into why. I'm sure there's loads of stuff I've forgotten to say, but I think this will give you more of an insight of why I am the way that I am, and hopefully you can understand me a bit better, and understand the illness a bit better, because I've read a lot of stuff about it, and a lot of stuff is quite inaccurate, and even what I believe borderline personality to be, borderline personality disorder to be, it wasn't accurate. And now I understand, and it's admitting that I've got these problems as well, like, you know, the narcissistic tendencies and the lying and things like that. It's admitting to those things that's helped me realise that I do have borderline personality disorder. Yeah, so there's that. Anyway, quite deep for a Sunday morning, but I just thought I'd get it off my chest. So if you've got any questions or anything, obviously just ask me. And thank you for everyone who saw my Instagram post yesterday and sort of reached out and commented and stuff. It was really nice. Like, I got a few messages that were really helpful, and it was really nice to hear from some old friends. And Amy's been a massive part of this. Like, she's really helped me through it, and she's been very supportive. Yeah, so thank you to everyone. And again, if you've got any questions, just let me know. Okay, bye bye.